Alrighty, a quick recap of today's session. We came into the session with the main watch as the 4380 level. Now, as a reminder, essentially what we wanted to see was whether or not bulls, could show continued strength back into the prior 3-session range. So last Friday, NFP had that rally, follow through on Monday, follow through on Tuesday. Wednesday session was just consolidation, bit of an inside day. Thursday, pretty volatile. Friday, also pretty volatile. We did have a level of interest here right at the 4380. Pre-market action shows us right there near 4380, so it's pretty easy to just go ahead and use this as a pivot, structure-based pivot for the session right through here. So you could see how well it was respected. In addition to that, what we had, which was pretty nice, is if you draw the fib up from Friday's low into about Tuesday's high. Can't really see it here on with these color settings, but essentially your 50% retracement is right here at 43.30. Generally speaking, any 50 to 61% retracement is still going to be considered bullish. So as long as we weren't breaking that 43.35, 43.30 area today, it was good to look for longs. Right off the open, we saw that strength up through 43.80. Pretty much gave a clean setup to test our upside levels of interest into 4,400. Not quite into 44.20. Seeing a bit of a breather here at this kind of near-term range. Value high right there. Looking at the value area, you can see that red line says the high point. So buyers tomorrow will be looking to essentially show a breakout here, show a breakout of this late afternoon range, show a breakout of the 44.20. I'll be especially cautious tomorrow morning depending on how we open, what the overnight action looks like through this area. Want to be cautious with longs through this zone until we are breaking out with some type of confirmation within price. Now, as a reminder, the significance of that 44.20 level, if we switch the chart over to our regular trading hours, you can see 44.20, there is an upside gap over here, unfilled gap. So that was a big time level of interest from last week. Bears, sellers are going to be attempting to defend that 44.20 level tomorrow, perhaps overnight. And so that'll be the main watch. Can treat that whole zone, that 44.20 zone, as a kind of near-term pivot, which it is. And so that's exactly what we'll do tomorrow. If buyers show continuation of today's move, pretty simple. We're just looking at 44, 45 area, potentially up into 44.60 and then 4,500. So you got a big volume void right through here, right? So those volume voids usually fill quickly. So that is ES. Let's take a quick look at NQ. Okay, for NQ, we still have this trend line in play. You want to keep an eye on essentially this descending trend line right here. You have a series of lower highs. Buyers are going to be wanting to show a breakout of this inside day. Today's action is an inside day. So generally, anytime you have an inside day, you're looking for a break of that inside day. Then you just trade with the direction of the break. If it is a bullish break, you're going to be bumping into this trend line here. Watch for potential breakout of that trend line, of that wedge. That will provide a pretty explosive move. So keep an eye on that for NQ. It did hold that prior day low pretty nicely during today's session. We were looking at and talking about the 15K level during the pre-market session. In the pre-market live, didn't quite get a test overnight during the pre-market, but fairly close, within 80 points, which on NQ, that's close enough, right? We're talking about 0.5%. And so Pretty nice move here. Just very similar to ES, trading within that near-term range. Do have an inside day. Take a look at ES, should be an inside day as well. Let's see the daily. Not quite. We did manage to break the prior day high. So buyers showing some pretty good strength today. We're just looking for that continuation move tomorrow up through near-term resistance. Now for individual names, I do have CRM. These are all technical setups. CRM is absolutely a watch. Daily range right through here marks a low, bounces potentially a higher low. So we'll be looking for follow through on that. We have Disney. Very similar. Looking for strength up through 86. PFE was in play today. Not sure what the news was, but I do see massive volume here. It is trading 200% daily average. Gave almost a 2 ATR move today. And so we want to see, let me take a look at the intraday action here. I'll be looking at it potentially versus 33 or 34, depending on how it looks during the pre-market session. That's PFE. RBLX, this is a pretty clean daily setup here. We have essentially a trend move within the broader structure, pull back into the daily volume point of control. Ideally, this candle closes as a hammer. Looks like it's not currently. Only 10 minutes till the close, so that's pretty unlikely. But if it can break the 30.931 area, has a decent shot at retesting 32, which in a $30 stock is really nice. ROKU, Swing Watch 200 MA. Shop, Swing Watch 200 MA. And then the final one is SE for an intraday idea. Once again, we've been keeping our eyes on this for the past few weeks, just looking for potential move up back into this gap. So I'll be looking for strength above 47 tomorrow. See if we can get a nice push into 50. That's SE. Main watch, of course, will be the 4420. That's about it. Chris, any questions, sir? Sweet. All right. Hope you had a good day, and I will see you in the morning. Take care.